are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only...
You already know, check with any one of our channels, and we're gonna drop it, you know what I mean, and definitely talk about it. We're definitely on top, you know what I mean, of this. So I'm gonna move over to this story right here, because R. Kelly's lawyer finally, you know, left a statement for the public. And we were talking about Michael Avenatti, who's pretty much the attorney who brought the alleged 3 videotapes of R. Kelly allegedly with some 14-year-old girls. He brought these tapes to the light. Now he was just arrested by the feds and hit with all these different charges. So now R. Kelly's lawyer is finally responding, and he's talking about Avenatti and R. Kelly's case. I'm going to actually play, you know, this clip right here, and we're going to talk about this then, man. Here we go. R. Kelly's lawyer.
Let's do it.
We know in 2 of the cases he represents people. We know that he was representing people before the grand jury. We know that he's not a licensed lawyer in Illinois, so that's the unauthorized practice of law. We know what he says about what he does. We know how he operates. And we know that what happened in this case was a result of his pressure and nothing else. They just don't do this. They don't bring back cases that were rejected 15 years ago. They don't indict cases without talking to witnesses and doing a thorough investigation. And that's what happened in this case. A rush to judgment, a rush to prosecute because of pressure, all polluted by Michael Avenatti. The DNA that I've seen thus far is not new DNA tests. It's the same DNA information they had when they rejected these charges years ago. And I don't need to respond to Mr. Avenatti. You know, Mr. Avenatti thinks that he is the truth. He is the oracle of truth. I think the federal prosecutors disagree in New York. He's entitled to a presumption of innocence like anyone else, but they disagree. The tapes don't bear that out. Prosecutors in California disagree. When everything somebody touches is like this, what happened here is they got in bed with Avenatti, and Avenatti is toxic. Everything he touches seems to blow up, and that's what's going to happen here. I also have a problem with the fact that he was representing witnesses before the grand jury, and he is not licensed to practice in Illinois. That is the unauthorized practice of law, and it's improper. I'm sure he'll say otherwise. I suggest people take a look at the law.
And that is by way of the Associated Press. That's R. Kelly's attorney going all the way in. I mean, really giving a good, you know, cleaning up everything. You know what I mean? And we talked about, and he's telling the truth.
Yep.
We talk about Avenatti, you know, being tied up, you know, with the allegedly trying to extort Nike, his line on his tax returns, allegedly. It's like everything, you know, this guy has been into is totally, you know, completely just toxic right now. Now it's starting to look like this R. Kelly case. R. Kelly's going to probably win this case. It's starting to look like, and I'll say a few weeks ago, it looked like the R. Kelly was done. Seriously. Now, Sam, man, what do you think about R. Kelly's lawyer confidently explaining going at Michael Avenatti?
He cooked his ass. He cooked his ass. And this isn't going to be popular amongst a lot of our listeners. And they may even get mad at us. He's going to walk. And whether you think he's innocent or not, and we've done a number of segments on this podcast about that in particular. So you can go back and listen to those if you want to, because I'm not getting into that shit right now.
Right.
But whether you think R. Kelly is guilty or not, it looks like based off the evidence that he is walking clean, because if you look at all the allegations that are put up on him and why, like he said, they felt the pressure in even bringing him in. It was Avenatti jumping on these press conferences and saying he has this tape with this 14-year-old, this tape coming off of Surviving R. Kelly, this disgusting Lifetime series, and all the picture and everything was painted. It was his perfect storm to go get R. Kelly. They put him behind bars. He gets released and into child support. It looks like R. Kelly is going down to hell. And this dude wasn't even properly taking care of his business all along. Never had tapes. He talked about, I don't know if he alluded to it on that part of the press conference, but he said even the DNA evidence.
He did.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was old. So you can't even use that.
We didn't know that.
And we didn't know that.
We thought it was some new stuff. That's crazy.
But we always speculated how the hell he had DNA evidence for 15
not only did they
years
say that, they said that it was rejected before. So why even bring it up?
It's crazy. And it really irks you, because if you did think that he was guilty of the Aaliyah, because he did forge documents and the tape previously in the 90s, if you thought he was guilty of those 2 crimes alone, and he's getting off again. How it's disgusting and sad that you feel about this. If you didn't like him because of the docuseries and stuff, I mean, that's just up to you and this, because that's not alone going to put him in jail. And R. Kelly is going to walk. What else? What other evidence do they got, man?
Yeah, it's looking like, if the tapes are not allowed in, and for some reason it seems like the lawyer is very confident, like the tapes is either not going to be allowed in or just don't show anything like that. Could be even old tapes for all we know. You know what I mean? The DNA, which they said wasn't even accepted, and he's going to be, walking free out of this case. And I don't want to get into no conspiracy stuff, but this is crazy. Now, here's what I asked you though, Sandman, before I go on, because about maybe a month and a half ago, we were talking about R. Kelly probably going to jail for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 100% guaranteed. Do you think that R. Kelly should go to jail, even though that they proverbially fucked up the case at this point?
This is what I'll say. I'm not a judge. Anybody should and should not go to jail. I think that he's a guilty man for putting that forgery on Aaliyah and doing that underage marriage. I saw the tape and I believe it's him. On the first tape, when I was a child, I saw it and I was like, oh shit, this is R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he is a victim. I think that he is a predator. I think that he is just all around someone that's sick and needs help for a terrible addiction that he has. But I can't judge whether or not he should be sitting behind bars or not. Should he be in jail?
Right.
He should never be able to go around young girls ever. And the only reason why I can justifiably say he doesn't deserve to sit behind bars, even though I think anyone that messes with children, any kind of pedophilia whatsoever, deserves to sit under the jail. You got a special place in hell for you. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Aaliyah shit to a certain degree, even though we don't know. So
Facts.
I mean, but what do you think?
I mean, that sums it up. I don't know. I haven't seen the tape. I'm looking at like everybody else is looking at this stuff. Now, I do know I talked to people from Chicago. We had Brother Consu on. He lives out there. And just talking to you and other people, obviously listening to his music, the Aaliyah situation. He has some type of weird fetish for younger girls. I think it's disgusting. You know what I mean? That's just to say the least. But I'm not in the law enforcement, arena. I don't judge whether people, go to jail or not. I think he needs, some serious help. Whatever that extent is, I don't know. But, I do feel like if I was a betting man, which I don't, I feel like the R. Kelly is definitely going to win this case. When you look at the Michael Avenatti and what he's looking at right now, he's probably going to the feds. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, he was like the smoking gun. He was the guy that was, deemed the one that had all the information that was going to tear R. Kelly down. He even called himself that. For him to be totally out of there, him to be brought up on extortion charges, lying on his tax return. We ain't talking about no little money. We're talking about $25 million, that he's, being accused of. And we all know, we can talk about him winning and all that, but he has the presumption of innocence. We all know about the feds when they come with a case. What is it, like 96, 97%? You know what I mean? So, that's a wrap for him. Hopefully R. Kelly can get some help. I don't think he'll get help. I think he'll probably continue, most likely 100%, to do what he's been doing.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to stop him?
I mean, I hear you. It's probably going to give him even more confidence. That's sick to say. So people right now understand to watch your daughters, watch your children, watch your family around this motherfucker. Don't think anything, because now we got to police our children the right way. If they're just going to allow, in your eyes or whoever's eyes that deems him guilty, predators to walk around and linger around our babies, do your proper job at policing them. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Illinois' judicial system, and I got to say that slow because I fucked that word up a lot.
Uh-huh.
Do they get a black eye if R. Kelly does walk? Because like I did say, they felt like, and a lot of people felt like R. Kelly skated free the first time and they made a mistake. And if this happens again, this would be the second time. And we're coming right off of your boy, Justice Smollett, Jesse, according to Chris Rock.
Damn.
Fuck the you. We got to call him me. He don't deserve the you no more. Getting off scot-free. Being not acquitted, because people were telling me in my chat. Mm-hmm. Not acquitted. What did he get? He got they dropped all the charges. They dismissed the shit. Mm-hmm. So Illinois is looking real bad right now.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does this give them an ultimate black eye if he walks free?
Yeah. Again,
does this put the pressure on? The prosecutor even said that she feels the pressure from Smollett, the prosecutor in the R. Kelly case.
But you got to have the sufficient evidence to bring people down. You know what I mean? If they don't, they're probably going to walk. And they got a good attorney. And this is why we always say let it go to the courtroom, because a lot of times when the stories start to come out in the media, people start reading, the allegations. People are like, damn, it's over. He got arrested. Oh, damn. But then his lawyer comes back and say, okay, nah, this was bullshit. The DNA was bullshit. The sex tapes wasn't real. You know what I mean? This lawyer, not only, you know, he's being right now accused by the FBI of extorting people. Then the tide begins to change, and we see that everything is not what it appeared to be, you know, in the beginning. So, hell yeah, they get a black guy if they don't successfully do this. We talk about, I mean, but if you look at it though, with Chicago, anyway, one of the most corrupt, obviously, you know, police, you know, districts, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think right now it's just gonna be another L for him at this point.
The twists and turns in this shit is ridiculous. It's crazy. When you look at from where it went from last year when it was the sex call thing with the parents, and then where it evolved to with the Lifetime series, to him getting out here and crying his guts out on national TV, when we thought that I personally said that was it.
Right.
The prosecution is going to eat this shit up.
Yeah.
They got the tapes. They got the DNA, which I always thought was weird. Now they got this, him saying all this. They're going to eat this shit up. And lo and behold, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Their evidence, none of it looks like it's going to be substantial, because the dude that's providing is about to sit his ass in jail for extortion, all
For a
kind
long
of
time.
nonsense for a while.
Yeah.
Man, what a black eye for Illinois.
Yeah. So we'll definitely keep you updated, you know, as soon as there is a new development, we're reporting to R. Kelly get acquitted or dismissed, charges dismissed, you know what I mean? But you're tuned into the